In this time period during World War I, the rights and lives of women in Canada were beginning to improve because women began to be treated equally as men. World War I helped Canada move towards the gender equality we have today because women were able to serve in the war, women whose husbands, sons, and brothers served in the war, and women who served as nursing sisters were given the right to vote, and the remaining women in Canada started taking over the roles of men that left to serve in the war. Before the war, women were considered to be inferior to men. They did not have the right to vote, no property rights, no educational rights, and couldn't serve in the war. Men could do everything women were not allowed to do. Husbands could even legally beat their wife with a stick no thicker than their thumb. Women were not treated nearly as equal to men, but that changed when World War I broke out. First of all, women became able to serve in the war. In the beginning, the Army force did not believe women were fit for the job. Then, when women became able to serve in the war, most served as support roles, such as nurses. A very minimum number of women actually fought in the war. Over 3,000 women received training and served as nursing sisters. 33 women lost their lives and 200 women received medals for their bravery. Women have proven that they're not worthless like they are treated by men. Secondly, women whose husbands, sons, and brothers served in the war and women who served as nursing sisters were given the right to vote. Women organized movements to fight for their right to vote. Some women went through extremes to bring attention to this situation. As time went on, women of different classifications were allowed to vote in more and more provinces and territories in Canada. By the end of World War I, women over the age of 21, except Aboriginals, Asians, and other racial minorities, were permitted to vote. In 1920, women could also run for Parliament. Finally, the remaining women in Canada started taking over the roles of men that left to serve in the war. These roles were believed to only be done by men, but women came to prove them wrong. Some women became farm workers, harvesting and hoeing the ground for $4 a week. Other women became munition workers, making shells for the war. All these women worked long hours in poor conditions and received a salary of about $9 a week. Women have proved they're just as hardworking as men, some with different strengths. In conclusion, the rights and lives of women in Canada were beginning to improve during World War I. This time period helped Canada move towards the gender equality that exists today. These couple years made a great impact on women. It allowed them to show their similarities to men, strengths, and how much they deserve the respect and rights men receive. Without the many improvements and events that occurred between 1914 to 1918, current lives of women may not be how they are today.